Greetings from Kilkenny at the beginning of another Lent. And this year, Ash Wednesday, the first day of Lent, and St. Valentine's Day remarkably coincide. And I can't but therefore find myself imagining romantic couples at candlelit dinners sharing steamed fish and a glass or two of tap water, foreheads adorned with the ashes which remind them and us that golden lads and girls all must as chimney sweepers come to dust. But the juxtaposition of occasions is not really that daft at all. After all, our aim on Valentine's Day is to find what we like to call true love, something that's not ephemeral or transient or self-satisfying. We humans like to think we can love others in a way that is costly and generous and self-giving and sacrificial. And if our Lenten journey with Christ towards the cross is about anything, surely it is about being drawn into the power of a love just like that. Now, I like to think I'm still a romantic type. In advanced middle age, it does me good still to receive a Valentine's card, just one these days, I should stress. And it's important to remember one's youth, not to forget how utterly blissful it was to fall in love, not to lose one's sense of the meaning of passion. For passion is actually another word which we also often connect to the Lenten journey of Christ. Lent nears its conclusion in what we call Passiontide, when all our focus is on the cross itself as a symbol of both love and pain. Some years ago, we had a campaign in the Diocese to make the days leading up to Good Friday a time of spiritual renewal. The slogan we adopted was Passion of Christ, Passion for Christ. And again, it's strange how words we associate with Calvary, as much as with St. Valentine, sit together and somehow interpret each other. Some might say that all this sort of talk is nothing but folly. The idea of a crucified and suffering God is incoherent. Professing a life commitment for the young woman for whom one buys a diamond on St. Valentine's Day, in other words Ash Wednesday after the steamed fish, is plain daft in a fast-moving world which seems to shun long-term commitment of any sort. And pretending one is still young and romantic a single decade short of retirement age is delusional. But before we rush to write off everything as folly, consider another apparently paradoxical coincidence in the 2018 calendar. This year Lent begins on Valentine's Day. It ends when we reach Easter on April Fool's Day. Easter is a celebration of God's utter vindication of Jesus. No longer can he be written off as a delusional failure or consigned to the historical oblivion that normally awaits the foolish. Jesus lives. It is the ultimate example of the fool's triumph. So don't worry this Lent about appearing foolish in the eyes of the world, for the season is meant to be countercultural these days and to turn many of the norms of consumer society upside down. Put on the ashes. Have a romantic dinner. Travel with the person you love and with the God who loves you in a shared endeavour to enter more deeply into the mystery and the meaning of passion. Have a good Lent.